Are we live? So I'm going to show you how I ring bind my books, or how I've been doing them anyway. I know on the live last night people were wanting to know. Everybody were having a laugh at the expense of my little Harry, the hole puncher, because it's only small. But it's necessarily straightforward once you get into grips of things. You'll need quite a few utensils, I'm sure. There we go. So, obviously, before you get started, I'm having to use my my Pick graphite matte pencil because I've lost my other normal pencil. Hello, Jen. I've lost my other pencil, so I'm just using this one, this 14B pencil. It's no, you'll only need for a few seconds anyway, but then you need to ring your rings. You can get a pack of these, 100 pieces. I did show them on my live stream last night. See if I can get them back up, so I can pop the link in for you. You can get a little package if you wanted to get this one. It's just a 1-hole punch, but you can get the 2-hole punches, and I think you can get another one that's got more holes in it. But I've got this as part of a set that I should have really thought about it a bit more before buying it. But I think it's just a case of when you start looking at stuff to purchase, you didn't think about when I first started, I thought, oh, it'd be okay that. But once I've got it, I was eager to start, and I ended up messing up my first one. So copy link and paste. So that is for the little mini hole punch, and you also get a little bag of these. You'll get 20 of these. It's not much. These are small 6mm single. No, this is a small 6mm single hole circle paper puncher, and you get 20 pieces of these, which is not much, because if you're using 4 like I do in each book, then they're not going to last very long if you've got quite a lot of books. And I've used these on all the Kirby Rosane's books. As you can see, I'll show you the Wonder Morphia. This is how it'll look when we've finished. And you just basically, you can take them apart like that, put it back together. So you can take the pages out and put them back when when you're finished. This bag, I'll get you the link. It's 100 plastic loose leaf ring binder rings. 7 colours and the 28mm, I think it says. Let's have a look. Copy, paste. So that's for these, the hole puncher with 20 of these, but I added it into this bag anyway. So I had 120 of these and the stapler, hole puncher, stapler. Didn't send for some reason. You'll need scissors. You'll need a ruler, but I'm having to use this because it's the only ruler I've got. Yes, little Harry. It's the only ruler I've got, so I just use this. So yeah, we'll get started. If you're worrying about me, I'm getting a lot of pain here. You know when you've got like a bit of a achy finger and sometimes you pull it to crack it? Well, it's that kind of feeling here, like this, like my wrist needs to crack. And I've tried to put pressure on, I've done it that way, and I've done it all different kinds of ways, but it's just not letting up. It's just constant pain here. And I thought I'd put this on just to try and help with pain a bit. So don't worry, I'm not in a bad state. It's just my wrist. It's giving me a bit of jib. So you're all probably going to crease when it comes to like ripping your book apart. But honestly, when you get to the end product, it's so much easier because with these books, you can see the crease here. And when it comes to like, you've got to really pull it to get into the creases here, you know, to binding. And sometimes you can't even get right in there. So you're losing a lot of the image in that bit. So having them ring bound is so much easier because once you've got it ring bound, you can get right into the crease. You've got no worries. And you can, look, I'll show you. You can just unfasten these if you don't want to colour it like this. And you want to get right in, you can just take the page, unfasten it from the ring binds, and just colour it like that. You've got holes, but it's not a big difference. And just colour it as that. Obviously, you need to mark where it's come out of, unless you're not bothered where it goes back, and then you just put it back in. So it's so much easier this way than what it is a full book. Yeah, it looks nicer when it's in the book. I don't disagree with that. I prefer it being a full book, but when it comes, I think when they're making books, they should make them ring bound, downright ring bound. It'd be so much easier. I'd prefer it like that, but obviously it'd be a bit more money than what we pay. I'd be happy to do that. So here comes the dreaded ripping apart the book. These are the you know, it's got the string bit in these. They're an absolute nightmare to get apart. But once you've started doing it, it's quite. So you've got to really pull at this bit. This is just glue. So you just get that bit off in the back. The video might wobble a bit because obviously I've got to, oh, luckily it's not a problem. So there we have it. We've got the front and back cover off. Now with this bit, all I do is I get my scissors. Yes, hi everybody watching. I cut, you know, the end bit here. I don't bother with that. As long as I've got this bit here, it's not a problem. So on this second bit here, you just start to cut down that bit. I'd say this is the more cheaper, easier way to do it. You can get all the essential tools, proper tools, if you wanted to do it properly. But there's some people that can't really afford all the proper technicality tools to do it. So this is next best thing. It's not perfect, but as long as you're still able to colour the pictures, what's it matter? So yeah, there we have it. So it's just the end bit that you're seeing when it's in the stacks or wherever you keep them. It's just that bit that you've got rid of. Chuck that away. So then leave the book till last, you know, taking pages out. I don't bother with the back bit. I get the front bit. As long as you're happy with it, it doesn't matter what anyone... Exactly. It's how you prefer it, really, isn't it? So it doesn't matter if you have it upside down or normal way, because it's just going to be on this side. So what I tend to do is, obviously I've got my big ruler. I tend to go with not the 1 centimetre, but the 0 centimetre on the edge. And then I go in 1 centimetre and mark it. Go up. mark it, come back down, just so I've got a visual of where I need to be doing my line. And then I mark it up. It's not going to be perfect because the binding bit here is not as wide in some place. I suppose I could cut it to make it be in line, but I need to think of the hole punch as well. So I always make sure that the numbers are still on the white bit, so I know that I'm near enough on track. Mark it and then turn it round. I mean, if it's too big, I can cut it anyway. I do think I should cut it anyway. Hold on a sec, because this end looks a little bit more. Yeah, that's a bit better. Just double check that. So yeah, it's still same. So if I move that round and then I go to the inch side and I get onto the line, make sure that you're at 0 inch, and then I just mark 2 inch, 4 inch, 6 inch, 8 inch, because those are going to be as holes where we're going to be piercing the hole punch. So then you get your trusty little hole puncher, and I've had to figure out where the hole is from the top side. So on my little Harry the hole punch, when I'm looking down, I always make it central, and then I go off this second pin here, so then I know where the hole's going to be. So you just go in like this, obviously because my phone's in my visual, so I'm gonna have to compromise. Just go straight up, punch, straight up, punch. And sometimes I do get a little bit off, but I just go back in and just make the hole a little bit bigger. I'm not perfect. So there we have it. You've got your 4 holes. And then you've got no need for the ruler then, so you can put that away. And then you've got your back piece. So you get your front and your back and you put them together. Sometimes some people do it that way. But if you notice, because there's different lengths at this side, you'll get a white piece, so it's not exactly the same size. So turn it the other way and hit it that way, and then put it straight onto your table. I circle inside the hole punch where I've already been, like so. Pop that to one side, so you've got your 4 holes, you see. Turn it around, go in, mark it up. I mean, some will have probably 2, but I'm just giving you an idea anyway of how I do it. Punch, but you can see I've not got right in. But again, the edging is probably a little bit more out than what because if you remember when I just shown you the other way, it was a little bit off. It's okay though, don't worry. That's better. Again, because it's just because this edging is a little bit wider, so you might have to just trim it before doing the holes. If you can see that it's a little bit off. I'm just doing a quick demonstration. But I'm going to try and do my best to do it right. Have you not got a trimmer? No, I haven't, Jen. I'm poor. I'm poor. Little dough. It still does the same job. There we go. And again. So there we have it. We have as holes for the front and back, as you can see. And then what I do is I keep the front page, but I put the back page to one side. And then this is the hardest part, because you've got to take these pages apart now. Some people are going to be like, not the book, not the book, don't take the book apart. So, as I said, it's got the string stuff in it. I don't know if you'll be able to see, I don't know if it's going to go fuzzy, but there's little hoops for each book that's, well, each page is attached. You probably won't see it because it's all like fuzzy. But I've got to figure out, there we have it. So you've got so many pages to each loop. And then you've got to pull, but you've got to be careful, because if you pull too hard you can rip the pages completely. But they've got stringing and you have to get right into the binder and cut, did you hear? And this is the process that takes the longest, because you've got to get right in. Sometimes you have to go from bottom, and this is what were taking me the longest, you know, when I was telling Jan that I was ring binding my books, and 3 books would take me a good half a day. I've got in. I'm in. So I think if you want to go back, go away and come back in a bit. There we go, look. You can see the string there. And you've just got to clip it, because if you pull, you'll just tear pages and they'll not be usable. And sometimes you can go back up. See, I've done it. I've already done it. No! And I've done it. Oh, God. No! I'm trying to teach you how to do it, and I'm already... No, I haven't got a knife either, Jen, but I've not had no problems. It's only these books that I've had a problem with. It's because it glue as well. Strings there. What a shower. Feel alright, tit. I'll fix it. Well, I'm free sitting wrapped in a towel. I know. Do you know, this is the only issue I've had with this one in particular. Last one were a nightmare as well. There we go, look. I think, so this one, Mythic World book, is terrible. I'm going to tell you the truth. Terrible for doing this for. The other books, not so much. I suppose, like Jen says, you'll be alright if you get the right tools. I'm getting there. There we go. You can all have a laugh. I'll allow it. Right, so there. I'll fix it. It'll probably be where my holes are as well, no doubt. Near enough. Luckily, it's salvageable. It's not where the holes are. So, yeah, that's that one. Hopefully, this one doesn't do the same. Been at garden all morning, so I'm ghost. Ghost. I've just been chilling and monging out, really. Not really been doing much. No, I think with other book, I've made the holes far too big, Jen. I don't know. I can have a look. I'm trying not to make the same mistake. It's a bit hard when you're under pressure, you know, trying to show people and trying to do it when you do it in person, you've not got nobody watching. It's like I'm under pressure, I'm being watched and judged. Yeah, don't be shy, come and talk. Come and have a laugh at my expense. So you're stupid, Jane, for doing this. You should not ruin your books like this. Come and tell me off. Have I got it? Yep. Forget your life. I said, Jen, I'm telling you, the amount of times I cussed at the other books and I've done them without the live, you'll be amazed. I don't know what it is. It's this book. It's got to be, because I had the same goddamn issue. It's really, really tough. I think this one's going to go the same. Maybe I should have picked a different book. God damn you. Look, it's starting to tear again now. Where are we at? Here. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Come on, come on. I know. It's miraculous. I don't know what's going on. I've not had no issues with the other books. Seriously, this is the only issue I've had with you know, regarding this. Is it gone up? Absolute nightmare. And then everybody will be like, see, this is why we tell you not to do it. Got a nice sweat on. This one here. There we go. Then you get these pieces of string. Just pull them out. Whew. It's hard work. This is what takes longest, I think. Pulling them blooming things out. Can't be bothered to dry me hair. I mean, you'll probably do a better job than me if you do it how I do it. I don't think this helps. This bloody stuff. It went. Oh, I can't get it off. It's really, really hard. I suppose it depends on how long they've been, you know, when they were made. I always try and get as much as it off. It's really tough. I ain't even got one of them, Jan. I tell you, I'm poor. I'm always cheap. For cheap stuff. Doesn't even help me. I'm poor. So, next lot.
You got that? I'll put your new blade in.
You can do. I might end up. I'm really nervous about using stuff like that though, because I'll end up taking my finger off. Oh, my wrists are starting to hurt as well. God damn it. Bloody bodies and everything. But yeah, I've not had none of these issues with other books at all. Just this one. I'm glad you're all still watching me. No, I'm surprised people are actually watching me. Even though I've messed up 2 bloody lots. There we go. And this is why I said that this is the hardest part of doing it. You just take your time, right? That one. That one.
Brand new blade.
It's okay, just pop it down a sec. I won't use it if I need to use it. I don't want to take my fingers off yet. Did you have any problem? I didn't, Jenny. It actually stayed on, thank God. Wasn't as good as my first one though. I think my first one back was best. But unfortunately, I had to delete it because of complications. But yeah, the video's still on. Woo woo. I know. Well, he's the man of the house. He's got the tools. But I don't like using stuff like that because I'll end up taking my bloody fingers off. It'll come in handy if I need it. I've got 3 lots. So this is lot. I'm trying to look here at these loops. Yeah. See how I get on. I might be okay now. I've got majority pages out. You see, I've got a gate. If I use that, I'll go to cut it and it'll go, and then I'll have cut all into page. It'll be even bigger mess than what it were with first lot of pages. So it's getting a bit more easier. See, once you've got first lot, usually it's a bit more easier. You just pull away from top. Just can't believe it messed up the first bloody lot. Went a bit all red and like, oh god, this is all I need. But I'm here to show you how I have ring bound them, so whether you follow me or not, I don't know. You might think I've watched that silly Jane on Coloured with Love and she made a right mess of her pages. I can cover that up. Pull them out. String. It's a messy job. Wouldn't be alive if there wasn't a giggle. A giggle. That Jane's made a mess of her books. Don't follow her advice. Nothing worse than videos that are perfect and edited within an inch of his life. When it went wrong at first, I went all red and warm, and I'm like, no, this is not how I expected it to go. It's funny because I was watching Pam's video earlier, Jen, and I was talking to her and she was basically saying, oh, I'm sure she's from Scotland. Bless her. She thought I was from Scotland. I went, no, I'm from England. Yeah, she thought I was Scottish. She's like, I love your accent. She's like, sometimes I try and mimic your accent. As it's just as slang where we live. She goes, I love it. She goes, I always try copying you sometimes. She goes, I'll try and do it on one of my lives. Like, oh gosh. I think she goes, when I was listening to your live last night, she says, you said a word and I'm like, what the hell's that word? And she goes, I'm sure it means man. So like normal people, a good man. But like around here, people like me, I'll say like, as for Brian, our bloke. She's like, I don't know if it was right term, like the bloke meaning man, and I'm like, yeah. She's like, I hope I haven't offended you. I'm like, no, not at all. I might, believe it or not, some YouTubers like my accent, but I can't stand it. It's so funny. I just happened to be on PC and just went on YouTube to see, check my video was still okay and whatnot, and I noticed she was live, so I thought, oh, I'll nip on. So we're only on for an hour, so you'll be able to catch up. So now we've got these apart. Hi everybody watching. Come and say hello. Won't bite. It won't have got all the string off. So you have to do that. Like so. My wrist is really giving me some jip. Oh, the frigging joys of getting older. Can we go back to being young? Can we do a Benjamin Button? Go back other way. Take more than taking the mickey out of your accent to offend you. Oh, these things that do offend me, but she's getting bored of me, so I need someone new to talk to. Don't be shy, love. I'm not getting bored. She's like, I like to know who's watching sometimes. And I know some like to keep just looking background. So it's okay. You are young. Wait until you hit your 40s, then cry you're old. I'm catching up, Jen. I'm catching up. 36 this year. Brian's catching up quicker. He's 39 this year. 40 next. This little piece is really peeing me off. I really don't want to use this. Ooh. I end up cutting my bloody fingers off or something. I can see it. Alright, but I'm getting older as you're trying to catch up. Catch me if you can. Do it up again. Yeah, good idea. Do it that way though, because I don't want to ruin it. Wow, it does make a right mess, doesn't it? It's awful. That string may bloody come off. It should be alright anyway. Now we're going to figure out. Yeah, it went that way, didn't it? Run the knife along the edge of the ruler. No, because then I cut into that then. It's okay, it's okay. Right, so we've done that. Get straight at my table. It's all over me. So I basically grab it. Don't need that one. I can put that one away. Don't be brave. No. So you open it up, and obviously because I've ruined the pages a bit, you just run your scissors across the edge, part them. It's gonna. I didn't realise that it was that bad. Obviously yours will be better than mine if done properly. Pop it there. Somebody's got fed up, somebody's left. Like like, no, I'm not watching this rubbish. And just cut up the edge. Showing 6 on mine. Oh, Sunday must have rejoined. Somebody will have a good laugh at my expense about all this going on at the beginning. I'm lurking. Hi, be a bright sparkle. Hope you're well, darling. Someone must be having a barbecue as I can smell it coming in my window. I'm hoping that we can have a barbecue at some point this year. We haven't got a barbecue, but I'll get one actually. Not an expensive one, but one we can reuse at some point. Just the smoke, not the food. Tell them to smell that food round too. We have to smell her a bloody chimney us because there's a neighbour down the road that burns wet wood. So we have like a huge plume of smoke coming down the street, even in summer. I've had to report it because it's doing me nothing. Can't even have windows open when it's warm. Here we go. We're getting somewhere now, look. Just remember that when you're cutting the page off like this, from the back page stays where it is till last. So like that, I've cut it, that's at the back of like this. Place that one there and then go on to the next page. Because you'll get it all mixed up and it'll not be oh, we have what I have my washing out and it still has a fire going and all smoking. It goes in the back garden, it goes up at front of house and it stinks and it's just horrible. It's nasty. And we're supposed to have like clean air space or something around here. So council sent a letter to him to tell him to knock it off, but he hasn't. He's continuing to do it. I know he's got to keep warm and that, but he doesn't even have coal, proper smokeless coal delivered or out like that. He just goes into people's gardens for leftover wood and burns that, which I think is wrong. You shouldn't be allowed to do it, and I don't think you are allowed to do it, but he does it anyway. So yeah, just cut right down the middle. Sometimes it's hard to see where line is because it's creased from being book form, from pushing it down. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect than these pages. Yeah. Page. And on to the next lot. No, not a garden fire, Jen. A coal fire. A coal fire. I've done quite a few in this book, but in the other one that I've messed up. I don't think I'll start in this book until I've done the ones that I've done in the other book. I don't know, Jen, but no, burning in this coal fire in the house is as neighbour across the road at council come out and cut a big tree in their back garden about a month and a half ago, and it was really bad rain, and they were still cutting it down. And he went over and asked them for pieces of wood, and they cut the tree up into logs and put them in his wheelbarrow and wheelbarrowed it to his house. Not what council that. And since then he's been burning it, and on council website it does say that you can burn wood, but it's got to be dry. It's got to have had at least 6 months to dry before you can burn it, because it lets off certain chemicals or something, I don't know. But no, he's gonna burn it anyway, and that's why it was so bad. And he still does it to this day. There's been people with skips on the street with wood, and it's got gloss on it and stuff, you know, from kitchen cupboards and he chops it all up, puts it on fire. It's balmy. And then when we've got his windows open in summer or on a warmer day, we're getting smoked out in house, because smoke's that bad that it's coming into house. And I'd had enough. So I sent an email to council, you better get him told. I've had enough. I mean, he's had fire going on warm days. It's been really warm, and they don't need a fire going. We've got door open and everything, and he's set one off. So I've been doing this for like 47 minutes now, and we've not even finished yet. So this is how long it's been. And can you imagine how many Kirby books there is? Well, you know how many there is, but I've had to do them. I've done them all. I didn't add to, but I wanted to, and that's what's took me a long time. I think when you get to the third one, it's like I can't be bothered, and especially when you go a bad back and you haven't got a computer chair and you sat here, and it's like, oh, I'm blooming back. I need a break. Somebody will probably do this a different way to what I do it, but at least you know. It gives you an idea. Some people are like terrified to even rip them apart, aren't they? I think I prefer it this way, because you can get right into creases, and then when you finish picture like a double page like that, you can just pop it together like that and get a good picture, you know what I mean? It looks a proper picture then, rather than like half for it missing. Not yet, Jen. I'm planning to do some after I've done this. I know a lot of people were asking me last night how I did this, and I thought, I'll do it and put it up as a live instead of a video, because uploading time on my phone for a normal video is absolutely atrocious. So I thought if I do it as a live, it'll just go straight on and people can just rewatch it that way. And then when I come off, I can just go straight to colouring. But I'm gonna finish off doing the anchor. I'm hoping to try and get kids to do one of my scavenger hunts. So I've got a bit more people that's, you know, done some of the scavenger hunts. Yeah, well, that's it, Jan. I just wanted to give people an idea on how I did them. Some cases the books don't go to plan when you're taking them apart if you haven't got the right tools. But if someone wanted to do it properly and get all the right tools, it's a good thing to do. I do advise it, because in certain circumstances you can't get right into creases because the way books laid out, and you're just missing half a page. Well, a little bit at page. I know it's not much, but I'd rather do it like that than half a book and not be able to get right in. I know. Every time I see this page, I see that, and every time she were, you know, on a video, and she would go a hole. Looks like an a hole in his head. It cracks me up every time. She's so funny. Yeah. Because I think I commented and laughed my head off. She's so funny. Right, we're on last one. Cleo's playing with toys. When you go through books as well, you know, when you're doing this, you see a page and you think, oh, I forgot. You know, how good, there's some really good pages that I haven't got around to colouring yet. She's had a nap. She's due some food, so when I've finished this live, I'll be going and feeding her. But yeah, she's been asleep. I let her out before I started doing this. It's a playtime now. Packing her toys about. She's got it's what I bought from Iceland before Christmas. They did them toys for like, I think it was like 2 for £4 or something like that. Best thing I bought her. Yeah, she's running around like a loony. Loves you, Jen. Wants to come and live with you. So there we have it. That's all the pages cut out. And then I just do that. Roll together. I'll have some cleaning to do when I've done this. So once you've got them all out, this is where your front page comes in handy. Cries out window when he sees the rugrats in the garden, so they let him out and he comes over and plays with them. Bless him. Just a drink. A bit thirsty. I don't know, you put that away. Brian, I've done with that. I don't want to cut my son on it. So, you need your pencil, your hole punch. You don't need your scissors. And I tend to push them to one side. And I can use 3 oh yeah, it goes that way. Nearly did it. That way. I can use 3 pages in one go, so I know I nearly put holes in the wrong bit then, Jen. When you're putting the holes in, get your pages together, just like with the front and back cover, do it that way, place it, circle, turn it round. And then hole punch. I've had to do it twice there. Noisily because of all this glue. Better be careful because I might have to go through other side. Always something in there. There we go. That's it. We're through. Well, I was. Ooh. There we go. I went a bit too far. It's because I can't blooming see. But you get just. There we go. It's only that one. And then I just turn it over and I place it in another plate area. I've got 3. Place them. And that's just what you keep doing until you've got right to end. Pardon me. I'm surprised I've got 6 people still watching. Well, before people, because there's me watching myself and then I've got Jen, so there's 4 people watching. There we go. Right, mister, you must stay under there. Oh, I've just hit my camera. Hold on. I'm going a little bit too far. Let's put that back on there. You just keep going until you've got all the holes in. And this is a this was my first attempt, and as you can see, I've got holes left, right and centre. But it's just the holes, really. I've done that one. That was his first Kirby page, I think. Live stream. I did that one for me scavenger hunt. Don't mix it. I won't. I'm not mixing them up. Then I did that one for the scavenger hunt. This was the first one that I attempted, and it just went tits up. I didn't manage to do it properly, so I just left it. I'll still colour these pages. I'll just have to find a folder or something to put it in. I did this one. Sure I didn't. Sure I did something else. Yeah. I did the knockin'. Is it knockin'? And then I did that one, that were a buddy colour. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. That's all I've done in that one. Yeah. The Nocken was a buddy colour with Reese. The Bird was a buddy colour with someone called Charlotte. And no. The Nocken was a buddy colour with Reese. The Bird was a buddy colour with, I think it was someone on Instagram, and the Mermaid was a buddy colour with someone called Charlotte. I've just completed one of the mythographic books with a Happy Planner punch, but the pages have margins, so I didn't do too bad for the first attempt. 11 holes in one. Oh dear. It's never perfect. It's never perfect. Don't get her started on the mythographic books bound. Oh no, I'm not doing them ones. Luckily, they've got perforated pages, so I don't need to do that. I don't need to put holes in them and make it ring bound, because it's got perforated pages, so you don't need to get right into crevice at book. Whereas with these, you've got to get right into you can't get right into crevice, can you? Kids these days arguing. I expected the hole punch being a bit bigger when I ordered it, but it come and it wasn't. It was quite tiny. I was eager to get started, and I think that's why I messed up the other book. But no, I'll definitely not be doing the mythographic ones. They're not as bad as these ones. You know, for getting into crevice at book. So they're safe. I've done one Alan Robert book, but I don't think I can attempt to do others. I don't know. Maybe at a later date. I'm not. It's more nearer to Halloween that I get those books out anyway. Come on, I've just done it right. Bloody. It's okay if you don't get it bang on. Just. I'm a perfectionist. It's meant to look. Oh God, that's even worse. It's because I can't see. What am I doing? Oh, it'll do. But that's how your wrist is sore. Probably, Jen. It's just, I've just woken up and it's just like cramp. Like it needs to crack, but it just won't. I've tried all sorts. All pages have fallen out. I'm glad I don't do this as a day job, you know. I'd lose my S. It's not fun, but once you've done it, it is a relief. Well, I know on some books that the numbered, aren't they? Which makes it a little bit easier. I'm gonna pull this a bit closer to me so I'm not hitting phone. Better. Because my phone's in my vision, you know, in my way. So I'm trying to figure it out where things are meant to be. in order that they were picked up. Might end up just doing some gaming later. A bit more simple. A de-stress. Yeah, I don't want the double pages all mixed up. Be screwed then. It's a bit warm today. Oh dear, crack me up. His dad's doing a bit of gaming, Jen, or is he doing his watercolour? I think I'm going to need to empty this now. One, 2, 3. For some reason, my screen's lagging so bad. It's still lagging. I'd have one of those flick books, wrong side's not matching. Oh dear, make sure I've got it right way around. Yeah. Right. Look behind you. Don't stop it then, will you?
That dog's gonna do that.
Oh, yeah. Put it in bottom of the passage.
Get out of it. You know I'm gonna wonky like.
I'm sorry, guys. Cleo's on a romp this afternoon. Head of a line and body of a snake. He's just come in, he's been chopping logs, so we'll be having a shower, then chilling for the evening. Bless him, he's a good one, isn't he? I have them all, but I haven't done much because I set myself a challenge of finishing the mythographic books in page order. Blame the OCD. I used to be like that, to be fair. But it's since I've been doing the buddy colours and joining in with the scavenger hunts, I've come away from doing that. I can do other cut pages than having to do them by order. Concentration. I go quiet when I'm concentrating. I used to be like, I had to do it in page order all the time. So some years ago, but I don't know what it were that broke me out of it. But I started to do buddy colours and I think it was the Worlds Within Worlds book. I did those in page order, but obviously it took me a year to finish the book. But I was doing other pages in other books as well. But I did do that in page order, and I think I did get a bit bored towards the end and a bit fed up. So I think it's good to hit and miss. Because it just gets boring, doesn't it, after a while? No, there ain't. Oh, I've just bashed my head on the phone again. It will be easier with an old punch that's got two in, but you work with what you've got. I did random until I'd almost finished the book, then lost it for a while, which meant when I found it I had all the horrible ones left. Usual case. I suppose it depends on the person, really, if they prefer doing it in order rather than well, the scavenger hunts help with that kind of stuff, though, doesn't it, Jen? I know Pam was saying that on live earlier that the anchor page that we've been colouring, it's a page that she wouldn't have coloured. So it was nice to know that the scavenger hunts out with pages that you wouldn't necessarily colour. And I'm the same, to be fair. Some of them are ones that I'd have not even thought about colouring, to be fair. So it does help. And it's more motivational as well, because the fact of it is that I also show them on my completed video page, my completed video at the end of the month. I put everybody's pages on there as well, so you even get to see your pages on YouTube. I think we've all been there as well, Bright. I can say there's been many times I thought, oh, today I'm going to colour this page, and I have sat there with a book open. Even Jen can vouch for me when she's like, oh, what page you colouring, and I'll tell her what page I'm colouring, send her a picture and get all my gear out, and then like 2 hours later, oh, how far you got on your picture? And I'm like, I ain't even started. I've been watching stuff. I should have gone back all the way, you silly mare. And I can sit there for a good few hours and not even get started. And then at the end of the day, it's like, put it back. It's like, what point of that? I've got everything out, we're going to colour, and then it's just another day that I haven't even got around to colouring. And then Jen will message me the following day, did you get started on that page? I'm like, no, it just went, I ended up, I'll start it today, I'll put it back, I'll start it today instead. And then I like, it took me till tea time to get started. Like before, it's like, oh, I can't wait for longer days, you know, where it's lighter for longer. Because I like natural light to be able to colour. And since it's been natural daylight, I've hardly done any colouring on the evening. I do it for so long and then I stop. And then when it comes to winter again, I'd be like, oh, I didn't get enough time. That one for the scavenger for me was like that, and you saw the city. The chameleon one. I think it didn't look too bad actually, Jen, to be fair. I think it looked alright. We all have those days though where we get a page and it's like, I really don't want to do it, but then you just end up starting it, and then when you start it, it's like, I just can't I need to finish it. Yeah, I can't leave an unfinished page. I mean, I'll probably not be doing much colouring throughout June because we go away, so I'll not have as much. Luckily, there's only 4 scavenger hunts for June, so I might be able to keep up with those. To start colouring first thing in the morning, Jen. Last 3. Then it'll be the moment of truth. Are they all going to fit on ring binder correctly? Right, I think before I start doing this one, I need to trim this edge. As you can see, it's protruding further than the others. So I need to make them the same size. Otherwise, my hole punch will not go how I want it to. Let's get a trim. I get that. Going now to get tea for my nearly 100-year-old dad who dared me to colour tree and leaves opposite colours. I failed. Take care, darling, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks for stopping by. I've nearly finished anyway. Right, so get all these. That's back. And then you need your whatever colours you're going to be using. So this is Mythic World, so I'm thinking about using just 2 different colours. So I'm going to go 2 blue and 2 green. than that. So I'm going to go green, blue. So I'd be throwing any on whatever fell out the bag first. Yeah, it's good to have a decision, but I think you'll just go purple. Purple. It's nice to have a decision of different colours though, isn't it? So with these, I start from the back. So I grab a few pages, pop one through alls. There we go, that's the first few pages. Do you know, I'll keep myself now if none of them, you know, if there's something messed up. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. There we go. Sometimes they need a good bash so that they all get in order. I'll probably do a bit of colouring, and then tonight I'm going to probably jump on PS5 for a bit, Jen. What about you? Get in the hole. Need to get dressed. I really need to get my anchor page finished. Right, and then the front cover. And then you just fasten them together. Like so. And there we have it. Oh. And then when you open it up, once that glue is off it, but it does. It's not too bad, Jen, at all. And then this is your final page. And like I said, the page give over. And like I said, when you finish the page, you can take it out, put it together flat on a surface, and you get the whole page. Whereas when you're doing it with a full book, all that is like folded over onto this bit. So you're missing like this much of your page, which is a lot when you think about it, isn't it? So I'll just give you a quick flip through so you know what it looks like. It looks so much better. Yeah, that's it, Jen. It's just been, you know, once you've got it like this, you can't really tell. And I don't bother cutting edges. I just leave it because it doesn't really make a difference. It looks a bit messy, you know, when you've got them in your stack or whatever, wherever you store them. It looks a bit messy, but I'd rather have it like this than as a whole book and not being able to, because you'll be missing, like I said, this much at book. You know what I mean? So you are missing quite a bit in a bit of the page. Yeah, you get holes in the pictures on some of them, but it's not a major downfall, is it? So it looks so much better. And I've done this with all the Kirby books, so they all look exactly the same. And there we have it. I think I'll be finishing the other one, Jen, because I've already started in it and I've coloured quite a few pages in it and I don't want to waste it, you know what I mean? So I'll just probably continue colouring in the other one. But at least I've got this one ring bound and I don't have to do it again. And it's come out on top. And I can still colour in this one at a later date. So yeah, so that's how I ring bind my books. You can either follow how I do it, or you can do it your own way, or it just gives you a clue on how to do, give you a clue on how to do it. Yeah, definitely. I know a few were asking me last night on how to do it, so I thought, right, while I've got time, I'll just quickly just do one. And that's took me 1 hour and 28 minutes, roughly, to do one book. But I suppose if you've got the right tools, it'll not take you as long. And I'm doing it live as well. And I messed up at the beginning, so I do apologise for that. But it's not damaged it in a way that it's not usable, you know. It looked bad at first. I mean, rips here, but you can't really tell much. So yeah, I hope it's been helpful in some way or another. Yeah, I know there's some people that do it completely different to me, and they use different rings, don't they? Some use those disc ones. So it all depends on what you see. How we're worried about the size of the rings as well. But I'll pop all relevant information on to. Yeah, I'm not very fond of the disc ones. I like these ones. There's more space for these. But yeah, I'll pop all relevant information in description for you when I've finished the live stream. I'll put links on for the rings. If you want little Harry, I'll put the link in description for him too. All know where to find Mythic World if you want to buy that. But I will pop everything that I can think of from live. I'll pop it in there. Obviously, you can pick up your own scissors and stuff. It's just your handy household stuff. Same with the what was it now that Brian gave me? I forgot. But yeah. I hope it's been helpful. Thank you for coming and watching. And for those that'll re-watch it back, I hope it comes in handy for you all. If there's anything else you want me to give you a heads up on, just let me know during live streams. just because you don't need all the name tools. Exactly, Jen. And I didn't see point. I mean, I was looking at all the, the fancy tools that you can get for it, and like £200-300 is a lot of money just to ring bind a book. I refuse to pay over odds for something that I can do on my own on a cheap. Because I was gonna go to a shop and have it done at a shop, and apparently it's those cheap ring bound calendars that they use on it, and I couldn't cope with that. So I thought I'll just do it myself, and I looked into it. I saw someone using these, well, not these, but those with discs, and then I just went looking on Amazon and found everything on there and just chucked myself into it basically. It's paid off. I've got all my Kirby's done now, and I've done one Alan Roberts. I don't know if I'm going to do the rest, but they're another set of books that I'd like to have all ring bound, but maybe another time. I'm okay for now. They can wait till nearer to time for Halloween and such. We never learn if we don't try. That's it, Jem. Easier option. So, have a lovely weekend. Thanks for dropping by, and I will catch you all sometime through the week. I don't know what day yet, but I will let you know like a good few hours before I'm going to go live. Jen, I'll let you know through Instagram when I'm going live, darling. But I will I'll put a post on my community tab and on Instagram for everybody so that you can know when I'm going live. I'll get rid of this towel now. Thanks for the text. You're welcome. Right. Take care, darlings, and I send lots of love. Be careful. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and have a fantastic weekend. Speak to you all soon. Mwah. Bye. You're welcome.